Hello, class. How's everybody doing today? My name is David Brown, and today I'll be giving my learner lecture on recent breaches and their effect on social expectations. I'm going to be using the 2023 MOVEit breach as the example for my lecture. Have you ever heard of the software MOVEit or Progress Software, the company? Prior to doing my research for this lecture, I knew about this breach, but I didn't know the name of the company or which software was actually affected by the attack. MoveIt is a file transfer software developed by Progress Software. It's primarily used to transfer large files securely. Our agenda for today is going to be what happened? What was the immediate response taken by Progress Software? What are the social expectations when a breach occurs? What are the broader impacts of this type of breach? What lessons did we learn? And what are the key takeaways? Okay, so the big question is what happened? At the end of May 2023, the file transfer program MoveIt was exploited by a Russian cyber gang. They were able to exploit public-facing servers via SQL injection that facilitated the theft of files that affected over 20,000 organizations, upwards of 93 million people. They were able to steal lots of PII, such as names, addresses, financial information, and social security numbers. Although 80% of the people affected were in the United States, people across several different countries were also affected. So, what was the immediate response? If you were working for a company and notified about this type of vulnerability, what would your immediate response be? The Progress Software team rapidly released a patch to close this vulnerability, but at that point, the damage was already done. So, how do you go about notifying your customers about this type of breach? The Progress team immediately disclosed the vulnerability, and they even kept an advisory page that gave a live status of updates, a full timeline of events. It also offered technical guidance and resources for its affected customers. So, what are the social expectations when a breach like this occurs? As a customer, how do you want the businesses that you trust with your data to respond to this type of breach? I want my businesses to react the way that Progress did. Progress was very transparent in their mistake, and they were quick to take responsibility. This benefited them in the long run. Had they delayed or tried to lie, it would have worsened the perception of their company. Verkana, a large cybersecurity firm, conducted a survey in 2024 that says that 58% of consumers don't trust a company that has been breached, and that 70% of people will stop using a company that has been breached. Would you stop using a company that has had a data breach? What companies are you still using even though they've had a breach? At this point, I've gotten so many emails about different data breaches that have affected me, I've almost stopped caring. It seems like no matter how secure a company is, if the attacker is determined enough, they're eventually gonna find a way in. So, what lessons did we learn? If you want to maintain trust after a breach, speed and transparency are key. You have to be completely open about the breach, who was affected, what happened. You have to be completely transparent and you need to be quick to respond. Having an effective framework can also build confidence in your company and help you be prepared for other incidents. Remember, prevention is great, but detection is a must. What are some other lessons learned that you noticed from this breach? So, what are our key takeaways from this breach? Millions of people across multiple countries and thousands of organizations were affected by this breach. Consumers expect honesty and speed in your response. And how much your customers trust you is going to depend on how you handle that type of breach. What other key things did you take away from this breach? This concludes my lecture. Thank you for your time and have a great day. I hope you enjoyed my lecture and hopefully learned something along the way.